Welcome to the Howdy Boomy Show. TGIF. Hopefully people in Florida are starting to reassess their damages and hopefully they can make it go, because I was speaking to someone in Florida yesterday and they're just totally demolished. And they gave me some information that on the average, FEMA doesn't play squat. Homeowners insurance costs roughly $10,000 a year. Imagine that. Their deductible is roughly 10% of what the value of the home is. So if you can get insurance, which now it's going to be almost impossible to buy a home in Florida, it's going to be very, very expensive. And this person who I was talking to has property south in Florida that wasn't very much affected by this latest hurricane. Said that only the very, very rich people in Florida are going to be owning homes now. Everybody else is going to sell because it's too expensive to live there. It's a great state. I love to visit it. But when you got to pay $1,000 a month for home insurance, something is wrong. And that's something that has to be addressed. Today is a Friday, and usually on Fridays we have the great award named after the liar designated by the Democratic Party in Congress, Adam Schiff. It's called the Schiffhead of the Week. Now every week, I guess Donald Trump can qualify, Joe Biden can qualify, Hunter Biden can qualify, maybe entire members of the Congress can qualify. Jerry Jones, the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, just signed a quarterback without consulting his coach. He might qualify the way he runs the Cowboys and the way they are. The most expensive, most valued franchise in football, but they don't win crap, and they never will until he dies. But this goes to the teacher and the Board of Education in Colorado who stopped Jason Rodriguez, a middle schooler. They evicted him from school for 3 days because he had on his school bag a patch that said, "Don't tread on me." Now, as soon as I heard that term, "Don't tread on me," it brought me back to my days in grammar school. And being a baby boomer, that was quite a while ago. That was in the 50s. And I remember Walt Disney had a series called The Swamp Fox, which Leslie Nielsen, who turned out to be a great actor in Hollywood, played Marion, the Swamp Fox in the Revolutionary War. And I immediately knew that "Don't Tread on Me" it showed the snake, it showed the Revolutionary War spirit, that we will always come back. I knew it was the Revolutionary War. That's what we were taught back in the 50s. I don't know what they teach now. But a teacher in the Colorado school system at Vanguard School said it was racist, brought back racism. How is that possible? The school board doubled down and backed her on that. They wouldn't let this poor kid go to class. His mother, who was a class act, if you could watch the video, was very, very calm, pointed out what the Gadsden "Don't Tread on Me" flag meant, and they relented after going to court. Isn't it amazing? You send your kid to school hoping that the teacher knows more than he does. And here is a pure example of what's wrong with the educational system today. How this teacher is teaching whatever she's teaching, history-wise, is beyond me. But you hope that the teacher who's teaching your kids knows enough to teach, that your kids don't know more than she does on the subject. And that wasn't the case. So to the teacher, to the school board of the Vanguard school system in Colorado, you are the proud members of the Schiffhead of the Week Hall of Fame. You should be ashamed of yourself. It's too woke. Slavery was a terrible chapter in American history, but I never owned a slave. My father never did. My grandfather never did. There are all these people and the Americans today that never owned slaves, and yet they think that we should be punished because of something that happened 200 years ago. Go after the families that were back then. Go after the people in England and see how that works out. It's insane. Absolutely insane. Assimilate into the U.S. people, assimilate into our population, become Americans. Don't segment us into race, color, ethnicity. We're all Americans. Schiffhead of the Week. The Vanguard school system in Colorado, specifically the teacher and the school board that had no clue on what Tread on Me meant or the Revolutionary War. Watch the Howdy Boomy show on the Howdy Boomy channel on the YouTube. God bless you. God bless America. See you soon with a little surprise.